Now, this
I'm
is
a
a
big
person that interviewed Armin. This is an excellent person. Let me drop the link to this person. Put it here. This dude's name is Haviv. Now, Haviv did a great interview with Armin, right? And he's gonna break down some shit
believer.
right here, right? And he's gonna break down some shit right here, and we're gonna take a look at it, right? We're gonna see what he says about this.
I'm a big believer in international law. Some of you may know. I just don't think we have such a thing yet. We should have it. We desperately, humanity needs it. Law says to you, I will protect you. And because I will protect you, you have to obey me. There's a quid pro quo with a legal system. International law is just sort of what's commonly done and what's expected by people who are what? Who's the constituency that elects the legislator of
That you see the problem here? Who elects the legislator of international law?
international law? It's states signing treaties. And international law advocates ignore everything that doesn't fit. So, for example, the ICC, right, the Rome Statute that founded the International Criminal Court, well, there's a lot of countries that never signed it.
Very important. Very important. Oh, we have to obey international law. Okay, so who didn't sign it? You right? Who didn't sign it?
Of countries that never signed it. America, Russia, China, India. That's a lot.
Oh, so what the fuck does international law matter? If Russia, China, India, and the USA never fucking signed it, that means you can go fuck yourself with your fucking piece of shit court.
I mean, I saw this one analysis 80% of the armies actually engaged in conflict in this world aren't members of the ICC.
80% of the armies, they don't obey the international law of the ICC court. So what are they trying to do here?
See, anyone who thinks that they might have to fight a war doesn't join the ICC.
Exactly. The ICC isn't there for the people who fight the wars. The people who don't fight the wars want to make rules for the people who do.
Incidentally, the Arabs scream and shout about international law and Israeli violations of international law. There's exactly one Arab country that ever joined the ICC, and that's Tunisia.
Oh, let me see. Oh, okay. So when Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Oman, United Arab Emirates, when any of these fucking countries start crying about international law in Israel, they didn't sign up for the fucking court. Well, isn't that funny? Isn't that hilarious? So why do you guys care much? If you guys care so much for the ICC, why didn't you fucking sign up for it? Why? Turkey wants to be really angry at Israel because they're not following the ICC. So why didn't you sign up for it? Is Russia going to be very concerned about how the ICC condemns Netanyahu? Are they going to fucking sign up for it? Oh, I see. So you motherfuckers want everybody to obey a thing you didn't sign up for. Isn't that fucking funny? I love this Haviv guy. You guys got to see his interview with Armin.
So no Arab country believes in the ICC unless they have to talk about Israel. It's
that's how convenient. How fucking convenient. Tunisia is the only one that signed up. No other Arab country signed up for it. But we gotta obey it when they talk about Netanyahu. That's why the 12 senators said fuck you. That's why.
similar with the question of mass migration, for example, taking in Syrian refugees in the Syrian civil war. Germany took in 1 million. Why did none go to Saudi Arabia? Why did none go to Qatar? And the simple answer is Germany is a member of the Refugee Convention. All the Arab countries that demanded respect for mass immigration in Western countries, none of them are signed on the Refugee Convention.
Isn't that fucking funny? Isn't that fucking funny when they hold us to standards that they themselves don't have? Isn't that fucking hilarious? Isn't that fucking hilarious?
They don't actually believe in it. My point is that everybody still pretends like Qatar obey international law, like Saudi obey international law. They don't even pretend to.
Yeah. They don't even pretend to. They never signed it. None of it. That's why when people talk to you about international law, you should tell them to go fuck themselves. That is the correct answer. Yeah, no, but what about international law? Fuck you. Who signed? Who signed the international law? Give me the list. Tell me the country that's bitching about it, and tell me if they fucking signed. I bet they didn't.
So international law can't enforce itself. It's just politics masquerading as law. Israel is dragged before the ICC because the state of Palestine joined the ICC. Mazel tov. 2 Arab countries out of 23.
Well, I wouldn't call it a country. Haviv. I wouldn't call it a country. Palestine is a squatter nation. Okay, here's a representative states parties meet. What states? That's the fucking problem. No states. That's yeah. What state? Yeah, yeah. Okay. So what we have here is Grant is saying representative of state parties meet and provide management oversight for the court, including electing judges and prosecutors and approving the budget. What states? So the states that signed. Okay. So why do the states that signed get to tell the states that didn't sign what to do? Let me explain. They fucking can't. That's why Russia, China, like okay, I want to make it clear, right? We're not angry at Grant for explaining how they structured. We thank him, right? Thank you, Grant. All right. But yeah, however they are, they can organize like you could have your little club and your little club can declare anything they want as long as that little club thinks that they can rule over other people, then that's a problem because you're giving yourself power that you don't have to attack people in ways that you can't do. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Grant. Appreciate you. So that's the kind of situation here. And I want to thank you guys for coming because the time slot that usually Liberty Politics and all the other channels go is much earlier. It's much for another side of the earth, and I'm trying to start a side, a time zone. Start getting people in this time zone. So that here, my goal here is to get people on Liberty Politics and on the network at all times, so we could go 24/7. We're just starting here. We want to keep that going up. I don't want to talk about numbers, but I want to talk about getting you guys to be on the channels all the time, so that we have something on for everyone at any time. And thank you guys for being here. All right, back to Javi.
3 have now joined the ICC, but the state of Palestine too. So international law can't enforce itself. It's just politics masquerading as law. Israel is dragged before the ICC because the state of Palestine joined the ICC. Mazel tov. 2 Arab countries out of
I wouldn't call it a country, but 2 out of 23. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? Oh my God, they're so full of shit that if they sat on a stool, they would be redundant. Just shit on shit. Just shit on the shit. Sit that shit on a stool and it's redundant. They're so full of shit. 22 out of 23. And I would say that out of those 2, 1 isn't a real country.
23 have now joined the ICC, but the state of Palestine, nobody has the borders up. International law didn't save the Muslims of Bosnia. Bill Clinton saved the Muslims of Bosnia by ordering a bombing of Belgrade. Everybody was waiting around for international law to assert itself while 1 million Tutsis were killed. Nobody saved them.
This is the problem with this international court. Because what is you're going to there to stop a genocide with what? A strongly worded letter, bitch? What the fuck is your international court going to do about anything? Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not trying to do that. I understand that. I'm not going to do that. Like the whole point of my existence is to show people that if you, Ellie, don't want to show your face, and that's why you have an E over your avatar instead of your face, that's your right. And we're going to hear you and we're going to hear your comment. And let's say you work in a place where you don't want to expose yourself, or you have family and you don't want to put them through the shit that they would have to go through for you having an opinion. We're going to respect that. And I am here to be your avatar and saying, you know what? I don't need you to dox yourself for me. Just speak your mind, and the facts of your word are going to weigh more than how you look. I made myself extremely humble, a monkey, a fucking monkey. How can I say that I'm above you, that I'm smarter, I didn't make myself a fucking king. I didn't give myself a crown. I made myself a monkey. So just so you know, I'm not gonna show myself, and you don't have to do it either. All right, back to the
Right
video.
now in Iran, there was just a resolution at the UN Human Rights Council to launch a fact-finding mission. South Africa abstained. 30,000.
Look at that. Let's go over that again. Like when it comes to international law, these people don't do shit. They don't do shit. They have their pronouncements. They send strongly worded letter. They're trying to get Interpol to work with them, but they can't actually do shit.
During a bombing of Belgrade. Everybody was waiting around for international law to assert itself while a million Tutsis were killed. Nobody saved them. Right now in Iran, there was just a resolution at the UN Human Rights Council to launch a fact-finding mission. South Africa abstained.
You see that? Why does South Africa want to abstain from a fact-finding mission into who is killing who? I wonder. I wonder why South Africa abstained.
30,000 potentially dead in Iran. South Africa abstains from a fact-finding mission at the Human Rights Council. I thought South Africa is the great arbiter of whether there's a genocide in Gaza and whether the Jews are legitimate or illegitimate
Funny that.
in the land of Israel. The whole thing is fake. The part of the world that is democratic, maybe 30-40% of humanity lives in democracies, is a function of American power after World War II. It's a function of the American example. The Americans invented modern democracy. It's not a function of anything else. It's a function of democracies asserting themselves on the world stage. It's not a function of everyone pretending there are a set of rules that there never were. So only the good guys are limited by them, and the Chinese are never limited by them, or the Iranians or the Russians or anybody else. I'm a big
I love that. Oh my god, that fucking video is so good. Like I already gave you the link to Ask Haviv. This is the link to this particular short. I think it's good for you guys to have this. So if any piece of shit tries to talk to you about international law, you pop this sucker in and say, "Hey, take a look at this, bitch." Like you could use better language than I do. You could be nicer. You don't have to be a monkey about it. A lowly monkey, but you could do that, right? There are tools that you have, and you can no, I mean, I'm putting the link in here for you because I'm not trying to be a replacement for Haviv. I want you to go to Haviv and see his interview with Armin. He did a wonderful interview with Armin. This is a wonderful clip that you can use. You guys should have it in your repertoire. I'm getting all French on you. Have it in your repertoire, mon ami, because I think it's a wonderful clip and it's a good video. So right now we're on our third video. I'm gonna give that a like. I'm gonna give that definitely a like.